EXEs because of all the EXEs here, and I added 3 extras because I forgot to add them in the first 2 videos. The reason why I'm redoing it is because I don't think I gave them enough fairness, I guess, or it didn't really explain their story. So that people who aren't in the know about EXEs can do this themselves. Okay, so Habit Blackberry's rewrite. I love him. I love the rewrite so much. It's kind of ambiguous in the story if it's like an actual demon or just like some sort of code or some sort of like glitch or something. So the short story of Habit Blackberry's rewrite is that Tom is looking for a Sonic 1 prototype, which had like this evil Sonic chasing you, and then he finds that evil Sonic and it won't leave him alone for like a lot of days, and he goes insane and kills himself. And then I think the Sonic impersonates him in some way. I don't know. It's kind of ambiguous, the whole thing, but it's pretty good. You should go watch it. Next is El Pendrive Azul. It's a pretty good story. It's about this one guy named Gonzalo whose friend brings him a blue pendrive that has this evil, scary Sonic game that paralyzes him and tries to give him a seizure. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? I don't remember EYX's lore, or what his current... Does he have any current lore? I don't know, but his design and game are pretty cool. Exeller is from... And Exeller, he's a highest, which is like a higher being that controls over the Mobians. And he took Sonic's body because he wanted to kill Sonic's friends, I guess, or something. I don't know. I guess he was like I guess people like he did a lot of bad things and he killed people. So I mean, his game probably sucks, but it's also probably good. So he gets an awesome tier. Next we have EXE Scratcher, who I don't know much about. He's from Sonic.exe, the Scratch remake, or Sonic.exe Scratch remake. I don't know what it's called, but the game is pretty cool, so I'm gonna give him the cool tier with EYX. Next we have EXE / Black Sun. He's basically created by the original Sonic.exe, which is now known as Lord X or X or just 2011X, and he kind of hates him for that, or hates how he was. I don't know, but he has a cool lore. He probably has cool lore that I could listen to later, and he has a cool song in FNF mod. Sunky has no lore, no need, but he's also pretty good. No need to explain it. Crimson X is basically he's a simpler version of X. He was made in the cosmos and grew infatuated with Sonic.exe, blah blah blah, and that's it. He's also the original, so that's pretty cool. He gets decently cool. Now, Allfather is a different take on Sonic.exe, where all the EXEs are just him taking a new form to fit the time. And his concept's pretty cool. And then there's Sonic Saves Robloxia, which is also pretty cool. I like that game, even though I can't play it since I'm a mobile player. Even though I'm on my laptop right now, so shut up. Shh, shh, shh. He has cool lore, he has a cool FNF song, he has cool everything. His design's cool, everything's cool. Next we have Super Mario.exe, which has Brandon and a few of his friends. Brandon was a guy who loved Mario, and then he died. And then the devil came and kind of resurrected him as Evil Mario. And after a few years, his friends decided to play the game. And there's a whole video about it made by Dunkachi. Go watch it. My poor explanations aren't going to be good enough for this, but I like Brandon's story. I hope the game comes out soon. It looks pretty cool by the sounds of it. And yeah, next we have Rewrite. I think his original story was that he was like Sonic.exe rewritten a bunch of times or something. I don't know, but he's apparently programmed to be God, and he makes everyone. I don't know his lore a lot. I'm not gonna do a bunch of sophisticated research on this because they're a bunch of silly evil Sonics. So I guess I'll put him in cool tier. Next we have Clocko Sonic and Clocko Sonic Good Future. Clocko Sonic is an entity that makes you want to relive the past, and if he succeeds at that, you become another part of him. And he's also a fourth dimensional being that can't escape no matter how he tries, but he keeps trying anyway. The Nile's not the only river in Egypt, am I right, guys? Like and subscribe if you really like that joke that I just made. And Clocko Sonic Good Future is just making you accept that, hey, it's all gonna be okay in the end. Not because of any like sympathy or anything. He has to do it because when there's good, when there's evil, there's always good, and that's its whole purpose. And next we have Green Mountain Sonic. No one knows much about this guy, but I think people call him the End or Cycle, and I like Cycle better because it represents what he is. So when you get to the top of the Green Mountain, you encounter this guy. He has no face and doesn't start attacking you until like, I don't know, you go past him. And when you hit him enough times, he starts like banging on the side of the screen, which isn't nice. And then he dies, and then you become him. Like Sonic, like the Sonic you're playing as, his skin starts falling off, and he starts looking more and more like Cycle. He's a pretty cool guy. I think I'd play poker with him one day. Next we have Sonic 3 Hacked Cartridge. It's about this hacked cartridge about a murderer who confesses his crimes through a Sonic game with Sally Acorn. Sounds ridiculous, but the story might. But Toadbub covered it, and I'm a loyal Toadbub follower. He says it's good, so I'm gonna blindly trust him on this one. He gets cool. It gets cool too. Bandado. Bandado is. He basically upstages Lord Mortis or 2011X in that universe, and takes over, which makes Lord Mortis kind of regret what he's done. So he's a pretty cool concept. He's something that's innovative. I like it. Cool Rush Mario. He's just another bland, boring Mario EXE, which means he can go with his bloody brother. On My Way is a perfect blend of comedy and horror. About this Sonic that just keeps growing and growing with more rings he collects, to the point where he just can't stop like growing like gaining rings. He eventually like destroys the universe, and he's left alone forever. That's pretty cool. OMT is this malware thing that grows infatuated with Sonic.exe, blah blah blah. He makes a bunch of games where he brutalizes his characters, and that's kind of it. Next we have Dunkaichi's EXE, which is Lucian. Lucian is a god that made everyone and everything, and even made the Mobians, who are parts of himself, until evil Dr. Eggman guy comes in and tries to like capture him, which he does, and then after a few minutes or moments, I guess, Lucian breaks himself free. And then he makes himself everything that the people feared him to be. Oh yeah, Eggman made like fearmongerers to fearmonger. And that's pretty cool. You have 2011X, who's just basically Sonic.exe, but he's cool. And he has a simple design that looks like he in the sprites. So he gets a cool tier. He gets Super Sonic tier for being cool. And because I want to skip the other three for now, here's Wisteria, which is basically like this flower that overtakes Sonic's entire body. And the concept is that it's an inverse of the first game, where instead of Eggman overtaking South Island with machinery, Wisteria in the body of Sonic takes over South Island with nature, and it overgrows and he spreads everything. And it's pretty cool. Stitch.exe is about a green ice person. What's it called? A green ice climber who died and wants to kill his other brothers Nana and Bobo, and he does that and he stitches them together, like Stitched, like the name. Cool. Sonic, you get decently cool, buddy. And next we have Scorch and Hog. I'm gonna put them as the same one because they are the same character. Hog was made by a bootleg developer. I think it's called like Pega or Bega or something. I don't know. But it's like pretty awesome sauce, but his story. And it's a long story, so he basically replaces Sonic and his world with different bootleg variants, and Sonic somehow survives this. I'm just gonna assume it's because he's like the main playable character. So, yeah, he survives it somehow, I guess, and he becomes jealous and bitter and takes over Hog and does all this and kills all of Hog's friends and adversaries to try and free his old adversaries and friends. This all seems actually pretty even, besides the decently cool tier, which has 3 resonance, as we all know. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, really. That's my new EXE ranking. A lot of them are super, a lot of them are awesome, some of them are decently cool. None of them I don't really hate. You know, honestly, I don't hate any of them. They're pretty awesome. That's why they're all here. I chose them and they stay. So, yeah. That's basically the video. I just wanted to explain all of their lore, or simply like explain the concept of it, I guess, their concepts, and I did that in a way that's unscripted. A lot of my videos are unscripted. All of Awesome Object Competition since episode 5, like since the first episode actually, has been unscripted. It has like a basic understanding of what the episode's gonna be, but it's never like fully scripted. That's why the episodes all suck. Well, that's my video. Hope you all liked it. Bye.